Hey guys, how is it going? And welcome back to another video on Lousy Gamer. Today is Friday and Friday Thoughts time. So what am I going to talk about today? You all know already and we've been talking about this for the whole week. So much of excitement, so much of happiness, so much of positive feedback everywhere about Ember for the first time in the history. The changes that they have done. So it has gone really well. So let's look at all the changes that Ember has done that made us really happy, at least from the big change that perspective that I'm talking about. So what's the big change? The first one is the DNA. So whatever DNA you have, no power. Finally, it has happened. It has changed the game in a different way, at least from a leaderboard perspective. So all the leaderboards have changed, and it all looks kind of clean now. I feel like it's like neat. So I have done the screenshot before and after the DNA change. That's something that it's really good to look at and enjoyable to watch. And what's the other update that we have is oh no, the question on DNA. Can we ship the DNA? No. So DNA is no power. That's confirmed. So I've seen everybody's power dropped, which is good. Now it's clean. So any DNA can be shipped. No, it cannot be used to flight and shipped. No, sorry, that cannot be done yet. I don't know if that's in the future release, but it's okay. I think the big change has happened. So DNA power has been taken off officially, which is really good. So the next question is, can this DNA be used? Because I have tons, and the answer is yes, you can use it on a couple of things. So what it can be used, the big thing is you can now buy the cold storage slots. I've used up all my DNA, so you can buy the cold storage to expand. So if you haven't expand more than 4 or 5, and now you can expand to the max. So what I've seen is if you go to Z Store and then you can expand that. So when you expand that, you can only add 3, I think. So each of expansion per day will be, I don't know if it's per day or per week. I don't know when the inventory will be replenished, but I'm only able to do 3 in each. That's right, yeah, in each city. So every incremental cold storage that you open will take up more DNA. So I think you guys would have done that already. So if you have had very little DNA, so this is what's going to happen. So each DNA, each cold storage that you open, you got to spend more DNA to reach there. So that's the big thing that you got to spend to get that. So they've opened up more cold storage slots for the people who already opened it everything. So now we have extra slots. Really good news. I'm really happy about this. So two big things: no DNA power, no more, and more cold storage. What else we want, right? So what else you can use to the DNA for? So the DNA can be used to build advanced infected troops. So they've introduced some advanced infected troops. I'm going to talk about that a little bit as well before we go into the comparison of the leaderboards before and after. Wanted to kind of cover about the infected troops a little bit before I show it to you guys what that is. You can see that already, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Just to set the stage up, I want to hear from you, right? So I have not done personally any testing on how much of DNA that you would gain on killings of your troops or enemy troops, irrespective of what level you are in the DNA research that you have done. So I wanted to see whether Ember has actually reduced the DNA that's been given on each of the troop dead. If that's the case, then it's going to be very difficult to gain DNA in the future, and it's going to be as rare commodity as others that it's really hard to get. So that's one question I have. If you have any answers to it, please put that in the comment section. If you roughly know how much DNA you would get when you send X amount of advanced troops killed versus a new one. So I mean, basically what I wanted to kind of see is if any decrease in DNA that you gain per killing. So if you have an answer, you can provide that in the comment section. And also the infected troops, what's still unanswered is the advanced defense. So the new advanced infected we thought will be really good against advanced defense. but it's not really clear. I'm going to show you guys and going to talk about it a little while. So that is really unanswered now. So we still feel like advanced defense is the way to go. If you have advanced defense, that's going to save you from mighty attacks from killing panzers. So you still have to focus on your advanced defense, in my opinion, at this point of time. Even though the new infected troops might not be that effective. Again, I haven't done the test. This is purely based on what I've read and seen. So it's not going to be really good against your advanced walls. So that's pretty much. So let's now look into the advanced infected troops and what they're going to offer. So let me open up. So this is what we have. The first one, all these Simod drones. You can see that, as I mentioned, the infected strong versus defenses. I'm really not sure when they say defenses. Is that all defenses or all defenses or the advanced defenses? I don't know. Maybe these guys are really good against advanced defenses. We'll do a test. Hopefully I can get Skunk A back or another player who can help me out with this. So we're going to test that soon. And another doubt, same thing when they had the first batch of advanced infected was released. You can see here, it's very contradicting again. Very strong versus militia, pyros, pickup trucks, and weak versus infantry, vehicles, and demolition. So isn't it one of these, each of these are infantry, vehicles, and demolition? So technically what they're saying is it's weak versus infantry, vehicles, and demolition, and part of it you're strong against, part of that you have weakness. So that's very contradicting. And if they say very strong versus these and very weak versus infantry, vehicle, and demolition, are they really good against infected troops, like 1:1? I don't know yet. So we have to do a lot of testing, and this is really confusing. Maybe what I'm seeing here is Ember is offering you infected troops to use infected troops in your march, so that you get advantage on killing the T1s, right? So these are all bloody T1s and T2s. So maybe they're trying to push you towards that, so that you get more advantage against meat shield, which was our bigger problem. So now they're trying to solve it even with infected troops, but they're really bad against the rest of the troops, as opposed to when you use leaders like Zit, where it gives any troop that advantage against T1. So that's something that we will test it. So this is the next one, Simod Patroller. So this is really good against riflemen and demolitions expert in armor jeep. So this is the T2 insurance that you can have when you have these guys, and weak against, again, same thing. I think they've generalized that, but I think I got the point right now when I read it. It's more like how much of advantage you can get against T1, T2, and T3, which is good. Zid can actually help you in the meat shield. So if you add these guys into your troops, it's going to offer a bit more advantage in killing those. So the next one is I don't have the name here. So this guy basically offers a battle bus, crusher, and soldier. So there's 3 advantage you have on this. And the last one is for the T4, if I'm right, could be, because this is it said it's Cyborg Mark III Terminator, and it's very strong versus defense and demolitions. So any demolition attack, it'll help you. And this is again general any troops, if that's what I hear. So you can use this to kill even the Cyborg Mark II Terminator and Crusher. So the Crusher is good against vehicles, and Terminator is good against defenses and demolition, and Shredder is good against infantry. So now infected troops gaining a little bit of power. Again, I don't see that of a great use yet until I test it. So for now, it looks like this is a good news. So some of the advanced infected troops will offer you offer a good hit rate against T1, T2, and T3. Some of the unopened ones, the Terminator, Crusher, and the Shredder, are unopened ones. So these, I don't know when they're going to open it, but this is looks like it's going to offer the advantage against all troops. So this is really good update, in my opinion, about the infected troops. So let's look at how we are against the was and now, like pre and post the update, the DNA update. So let's look at that. That'll be interesting to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It is definitely a lot of DNA loss. Now you're seeing a real power. It's definitely a great news for everybody. The DNA leaderboard, after the DNA update, the leaderboard completely changed in all three regions. As you can see, the top power alliances have reduced in very big size. Still they are big, still they are strong, as you can see, and even the individual leaderboard has changed quite a bit. So now what you are seeing here is the true power, and you don't have to worry about hitting a big alliance before you didn't know whether it's a DNA or it's true power. Now you know what exactly the alliance has in terms of strength, and you can plan your strategy on their attack. So I'm really happy with this update. And one more thing, again, I haven't tested yet. I've read that the lag has reduced drastically. People are enjoying the game right now. If you think the lag is still around, please leave a comment. Or if you think you notice that the lag has reduced, please also let us know. So a lot of good news around, right? So you don't get this often from Ember, and even the update timing was really good. So everything was done within the stipulated time. Really good update. I'm really happy about this. I'm pretty sure people are going to enjoy the game a bit more with the new troop type, with more cold storage, and also using the DNA. So now save the DNA. You're going to use it on all the expensive stuff. I'm pretty sure the DNA is going to be really hard to get. Again, that element that I talked about, maybe Ember has actually reduced the amount of DNA that you will get when you hit or when your troops are killed. Let's do all these tests and find out. So I'm happy. I'm gonna go get some beer. Also, before I leave, I would like you to please follow me on Facebook. So I've left my Facebook and Twitter links. Please do like my page and support me on Twitter and Facebook as well, so that we can keep in touch. And anything that you want me to do, more tests and all these, very interactive. I'm not saying YouTube is not interactive, but at least Facebook, it gets a bit easier to manage. and please follow me on those platforms as well. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe, and please hit that like button if you like this video. And now I'm gonna go get out and get some beers, and you guys enjoy your weekend. And yeah, anything that you want me to do more testing, we'll do it. And what I'm working on right now is there was a big zeroing of close to 19 billion power in region 31 by Rise of Shadow. I've got all the reports. I'm just compiling that, and I'll release another video in a couple of days. So, and more testing coming. Please stay tuned. Bye.